Good morning, classmates, honorable judges. You guys are not smiling right now, it's making me feel very intimidated. You know, I had 2 nights to prepare for this, so please don't judge me too harshly. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak. Even though we may not agree on the same thing, and even though half of you look like you're ready to pass out, well, despite all this, it's alright, because we're all well and safe. And guess what? We're all going to die soon, and there won't be a sequel. And speaking of things, you know, I've actually done public speaking for 3 years now, and for 3 years, Mrs. Choi has never failed to remind me to please be careful of what you say on stage, because apparently what I say can be very controversial. I mean, have you guys been on the internet? Speaking of things that can be controversial, I would like to ask a question. Have any of you actually heard of or been to Margaret Court Arena? Anyone? It's like 2 of you. Okay, thank you. Well, speaking of Margaret Court Arena, while I was researching about a particular person and the controversy surrounding them, I came to a shocking conclusion. Did you all know that Margaret Court Arena is actually named after a famous tennis player named Margaret Court? Right? You know, by the time I found out about it, they were actually going to rename the place because Margaret wasn't actually that great of a tennis player. I'm kidding. I forgot what year it was. See, this woman has had a bad history, not bad, but she's had a history of making controversial comments, notably speaking out against homosexuality. Right? No, her words, not mine, okay? I believe in marriage as a union between a man and a woman, as stated in the Bible. So, what happened was when Margaret was set to receive an award as the country's top honor, this gave quite a few people the opportunity to come after her for her political beliefs. And to say they came after her, that's a bit of an understatement. These people constantly attacked and harassed her on social media. Like social justice warriors, you know? Trying to get her cancelled 24 hours and 7 days, you know? In all that time they took to try and cancel her, I could have learned a new language. Even Daniel Andrews was like, oh boy, here we go again. I don't know much about Margaret, but I can't imagine expecting that kind of hateful message she would have received as the recipient of the Twitter mob. In fact, I don't know, if I was in her position, I don't know if I would be able to cope with that. I mean, I know what you might be saying. If you just don't use social media, just get rid of it, and then you won't run into these problems. But here's the thing. You cannot escape from the clutches of the internet. Once they have your name and your photo, wherever you go, the internet will follow. Now say what you want about Margaret, and believe me, she isn't Jesus Christ, but let's imagine for a minute, let's say Elijah Simmons, right? Elijah is set to win an award for being the best looking man, right? And he's very good looking, he's so good looking, and it's unfathomable, he's undoubtedly the winner. But he's also been judged by leftists, you know, these intolerable leftists. These are the same people that will threaten you if you believe it's not okay to say being gay is a sin. What happens instead? Well, they'll go and say, hey, what was that guy's name? Is it Nehemiah? I mean, believe me, Nehemiah isn't Elijah Simmons, but Nehemiah he believes the same things as us, right? He's politically correct. I mean, he's not that bad looking, but how about we just give Nehemiah first place, and Elijah can get the participation award, you know? I mean, I've made I made quite a few friends with people in the past who I thought were generally, you know, genuinely well-meaning Christians. I mean, these, not to say they were bad people, these were really nice people on the outside. And it was all fine and dandy until one day I had the audacity to say something like, I'm against, this LGBT community. I'm not with that. All of a sudden, it was like a switch turned on in their body, and they were like, you're a bigot, you're a racist, I hate you, I hope you die. Anyways, needless to say, I'm not friends with them anymore. Well, but here's the thing, right? Margaret never once mentioned that she expressed ill will towards gay people, and she didn't even condemn them to hell in the first place. It wasn't like she was out there saying like all homosexuals should go to hell. No, she was just like any other Christians. In fact, her gravest sin was the expression of her opposition to what is now federal law. In a free country, that is not an unusual step, but a democratic one. To deny Margaret her rightful place in tennis history would be a cringing response to a foreign critic and flying in the face of the fair girl, in which we as Australians all believe, right? That's right. It's not always pleasant when we can't agree with one another, but to force it may as well be something even worse. Oh, come on, let's be civil about this, because there should never be a world where it is not okay to freely express our beliefs, not only as Christians, but as humans in general. Thank you for your time.